So I'm doing my genetic disorder video over Tourette syndrome. So who is affected by Tourette's? Both male and female. It usually shows up between 2 and 15, but sometimes as late as mid-20s. Boys are 3 to 4 times more likely to have Tourette's than girls. They don't really know what causes Tourette's. They know it has connections to genetic mutations, but it also has connections to environmental influences. So the Mayo Clinic says that the exact cause is unknown. Could be genetic, could be both genetic and environmental, such as you have the recessive gene, but it takes an environmental influence to trigger it. The symptoms can be slight, involuntary motor tics, blinking eyes, slight twitch of the head, hands moving, or it could be as extreme as full body spasms, or vocalizations from just a small to a full screaming out words or sentences. It can be misdiagnosed as ADHD or ADD. Just seems to me like they don't really have a very good handle on this. What treatments are available? There's no known cures, but they can treat it with things such as dopamine blockers, Botox injections, ADHD meds, high blood pressure meds, antidepressants, anti-seizure medicines, and they usually put a relaxation technique associated with it if they catch it in the really young kids. And I suppose that would probably work for older people if you could get them to follow it. There's therapies. They use behavior modification therapies. They use a psychotherapy, and they do a deep brain stimulation. Didn't really go into what exactly the deep brain stimulation is, but I don't really want anybody messing with my brain. I have enough problems. As far as long-term prognosis goes, it is a lifelong issue. It is chronic, but it is not degenerative. If you've ever known anybody that has Tourette's, it's kind of a rough deal. You kind of feel bad for them, but at the same time, sometimes it flares up at the funniest moments. I've known guys who didn't have Tourette's before they went overseas, but when they came back, they sure had symptoms of Tourette's, if you will. Some of it's been as mild as they just have to tuck their thumbs into their belt before they can speak, and periodically do a with their mouth. And then I know some who come back 6 months later, they get this weird twitch in their back that controls their whole upper body. I know some people who are born with Tourette's that have just violent muscle spasms that they have no idea is coming or control over. You get used to it, I guess. Eventually I did. Sometimes it was funny, but you feel bad for them because they have no control. But that's all I got. Hope somebody gets something out of that.